YeahNah, it's your girl Elaine Reeves, and today I am at CALI's head office with the wonderful Georgia Mamie Khoury.
I am well. How are you?
I'm okay. You look well. You look fabulous.
Thank you. So do you.
Thanks. All right. Tell us how CALI, how CALI came about.
Sure. So CALI, which stands for Khoury Administrative Learning Institute, is a business that helps organizations here in Liberia with management, operational, and training. We also do staffing as well. So if there are, companies around the area that needs professional development training, customer service training, or even looking for administrative staff or accounting, folks to fill in the gaps at their establishments, that's what we are all about.
Okay, and how long have you been operating in Liberia?
So in Liberia, we've been operating since October of 2020. During the pandemic is when we started. But CALI was created in 2018 in Maryland, where I currently reside.
Okay. All right, and what made you to think about bringing that here to Liberia?
Oh my gosh, so it's a crazy story. Okay. So I left Liberia when I was 3 years old during the war, okay? Wow. My mother was one of the fortunate ones to get us out of Liberia. So in 2018, my mother said, hey, you need to go back and see your roots, where you are from. So she brought me to Liberia, and when I came, I fell in love with the country. So when we were here, I just love the scenery, I love the people. But one thing I noticed was when it comes to customer service, it was a major problem.
Sure.
I remember going to the bank, the lady is on her phone and I'm standing there, no one acknowledges you. I remember going to one of the resorts to use the amenities, the pool and the beach. We stood there for a good 10 minutes for the girl to finish talking on her phone before she acknowledged us, So I was like, wow, I can't believe in 2018, this is still happening here in Liberia. And so with that, it motivated me to want to change my brand with CALI and come and find a solution to the problem here in Liberia, which is the customer service issue.
Okay, so what you mentioned, that is so true. I remember I work in customer service at the moment, and also when I did in 2018 the first time, people will come to me and say, do you do your training in Ghana? I'm like, no, right here.
Right.
So I think you're totally right, and it's nice that you saw a gap and decided to fill it in.
Yes.
You mentioned going to the US at age 3.
Yes.
You're a toddler.
Yes.
How does it feel like leaving the country that raised you, which is America, the US, and coming to where you're from, Liberia? How is the transition like for you?
Well, let me first say, the United States raised me, but there's no place like home, okay? Liberia is my home. Whether I'm in Australia, the UK, you will always want to come back to your home. Okay. And so with that, it wasn't really an issue for me. The only part that was hard is the fact that I'm leaving my family. But when it comes to the transition part, I look at the difference that I'm making. I look at the future, what CALI can be. I look at the impact that I'm having on the people. So for me, it wasn't really difficult to do the transition. It's just me missing my family, my kids, my husband. But other than that, the transition for me was very smooth because I knew that there was a bigger purpose and the passion is there.
Okay. Yeah. And that's wonderful. Very commendable.
Yes.
How long have you been in the consultation business?
Consultation, if we want to be realistic, since I was 26 years old. Right now, I'm not going to say the age, okay? Right now, I'm there. But at 26 is when I can honestly say I started consulting. I opened up my first business. It was called YeahNah International Hair Braiding, okay?
Where do you get your names?
I know.
Nice.
I'm an innovative thinker. I'm an Aquarius too. So we always, thinking outside the box and thinking of creative ways, okay? So I'm going to blame it on that. Okay. But it was called YeahNah International Hair Braiding. It was a hair braiding shop that I started at the age of 26 in the US. Okay. And so when my friends saw me creating that, they will ask me all the time, what did you do? How did you get your license? What made you think about the name? And so I started doing the consulting then, but I didn't even know it was consulting. I just thought I was helping my friends out, right? It wasn't until later on I would say when I hit 30, people was like, well, why don't you just start consulting? You know, you do it so well. You're able to help people. You lead people to where they need to be. So just do it. So I would say by the age of 30 is when I actually started consulting people. And it ain't officially turned into a business until 2018 when I started CALI.
All right.
Yeah.
And how has it been so far for you? Do you like it? What were you doing before then for getting into it?
I love it because, as you can see, I'm a talker. I love talking to people. I love convincing people, persuading people to find their inner goals and to execute it, to bring it into, you know, formation, like to actually whatever it is that you want to do, for them to believe that it can be done. It's only left up to you as an individual to start.
Sure.
But starting is always the hardest part. So for me, being able to make people live out their dream is like, it's such a huge thing. I feel like I was put on this earth to be able to do that. Okay. So yeah, I love it.
All right. Mm-hmm. How many companies or how many businesses do you consult per given time?
I like to limit myself to 5. And the reason being is because when I take someone on as my client, I want to give them my all. You know, I have to be able to strategize. I have to be able to see what the need is, evaluate it in order to give them a solution. So I can't do that if I have 10 people that I'm trying to tend to, because somebody will lack, right? Somebody will not get my full attention. So 5 is usually my max. And because I'm a one-woman team at the moment, I can't do as much, but I'm sure in the future as the business grow, we'll have more people where then we'll be able to take up more clients to be able to execute the mission of what it is that the organization is looking to achieve.
We'll be right back after this short break. Don't go anywhere. You know how we do it? YeahNah.
D12 on the beat.
All I do was win, 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 win. All I do was win, 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 win. Born to win. I say I was born to win. Born to win. I say I was born to win. All I do was win, 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 win. All I do was win, 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 win. I say I jump over you. Now who you deep with me, I jump over it. I say I jump over it. Now who you deep with me, I jump over it. They will see it. I say they will, yeah. So you forced to let me. You not let me say you forced to let me. You forced to let me. You not let me say you forced to let me.
Different geographical areas. Mm-hmm. You said CALI started in 2018 in the US, and then you came to Liberia in October. Mm-hmm. How can you, what's the comparison? How is it like as compared to America and Liberia?
In the States, right, CALI started off as an administrative institute where I was training people how to become administrative assistants, right? I thought that this was going to work. I was like, okay, people need training. They really need training on how to be more submissive in the office, how to support their boss. And guess what? It blundered. Everybody thought that they knew how to become administrative assistant. Like, I don't need a training for that. So I wasn't getting a lot of clients. So when I came here to Liberia and I decided, you know what? I'm going to rebrand. I'm going to revamp. I know what the need is in Liberia. I need to now find the solution. When I decided to revamp the business and focus solely on professional development and customer service and not necessarily just administrative, people was calling me from left to right. Okay. People was calling, hey, I need you to come train my staff. I was able to train the Pingsville City Hall. Oh, okay. The mayor hired me to train her staff. I got a contract with Lone Star here, so I've been training their staff, and it's been great. It's been an awesome, transition. It's been an awesome feeling to actually be able to be doing some type of work.
I know. And back home.
Back home, exactly, where people really value what it is that I'm trying to do.
Yeah, so you're like investing in your country as well and contributing
Yes.
to the impact being made. Oh, you mentioned Lone Star. That was where I started customer service.
Oh, so they train you, right?
Yeah, I work there.
Oh, you work there now. Oh, that's excellent.
I
Maybe.
worked there before. That's what I'm saying.
Oh,
Like
okay.
2018 when I started customer care.
Oh, wow. Okay. All right.
All right. So also looking at the pandemic, the crisis that we're going through.
Yes.
It seems to not be going away anytime soon.
Yeah.
How is it like for you and your company?
Well, when you understand the challenges when it comes with a business, it gives you clarity, right? With every business, you have to understand that there will be good days and there will be bad days.
Sure.
When you understand that and you accept it, you then figure out, you know what, no issue is a problem for me, or no challenge is an issue, right? Because I know what to expect, I know how to conquer it, to revamp, like how I mentioned before, to adapt to the situation. So as for me, with the pandemic, like I said, I started CALI in Liberia during the pandemic, and for my business, I was able to excel because I knew that I needed to adapt. I knew I needed to change things around. I needed to find what the problem was and conquer it, adapt to it, and, you know, bring it to formation. So for me, it hasn't been an issue, and I pray that it doesn't be an issue. I hope that CALI continues to grow, and coronavirus cannot stop this girl, because we have a bigger mission, okay?
Yeah, Corona, baby, you can't stop it.
Coronavirus cannot stop this girl. We have a bigger mission, and we have, you know, a problem that needs to be solved. So,
Yeah, so since Corona is not a problem, every business or every institution, there are challenges that you face.
Yes.
Do you have a couple of them or just one? Any number that you face?
I would say, I have maybe, I would say two.
Okay.
Two challenges.
Oh, lucky you.
Two challenges for me. And it will be one, finding the right people to build a team. That's one of the major challenges I've been facing is finding trustworthy people who are competent enough to run your business when you're not here. So like I'm juggling the States and I'm juggling Liberia. When I'm not here, I need strong people who will be able to run the business like how I can, and for me to be able to trust them, you know? So that's one. The second part is actually convincing people that there's a problem here and you need me to help you with that, to help solve that problem. That too has been a little bit difficult. The only folks really who will understand is folks who have been overseas and seen how impactful customer service is on businesses, for them to understand like this is a major, you know, issue here in Liberia, and in order for my business to be successful, I need to tackle this customer service issue that I have, because it helps to build your revenue, it helps to keep your customers, it helps to just keep morale in the office, it helps to keep the workers, you know, because they have good customer service coming from the boss, coming from the employees, and coming from the customers. So I think those will be the two challenges: finding the right people and then convincing folks that they need this in order to make sure that their company is successful in the long run.
Okay. And how do you strategize solving those issues, like the challenges? How do you go about meeting up with it and like taking it
head on?
Yeah.
Well, first thing first is conducting interviews, right? Doing serious checks. You know, have the person come, they say, okay, if I tell you I'm looking for a marketing strategist, I'm actually conducting face-to-face interviews, being here on the ground instead of relying on, you know, my assistants to do it. I know my expectations. So being able to conduct these interviews with people and asking them for references. Where was the last place that you worked? All right, let me call 3 of your references and see what they have to say about your performance. So that's one. And then as far as with the promoting and you know, showing people that they need the training, they need their staff to be trained, I've been basically tackling it on social media, right? Social media, you have Instagram, Twitter, LinkedIn, and Facebook. Finding which platform actually works for your business. For me, Facebook works great. So I've been using Facebook to, you know, put little posts on there about, hey, don't know how to talk to your customers, or are you noticing that, you know, your customers are starting to go down? You started with 10, now you only have 5. Okay, this is what you need. You need to hire me so I can help you out. So I've been doing those, little things to try to promote it and to just use real life experiences to show people that there is a need, and we're the people. We're the company to come to.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, here.
You're right.
And how's your recruitment process like?
The recruitment process, once again, we're using Facebook. It's an awesome platform. A lot of people think that Facebook is not helpful, but it's helpful, okay? We use Facebook advertisement. So we put it on there, let people know what it is that we're looking for. Last time we were looking for an assistant, and I received almost 200 resumes from Liberians.
Your business hot.
200 in a day.
Wow.
200 applicants applied for the position. Okay, and so I've been using that platform, and after you go through all those resumes, you try to be fair, firm, and consistent. So then after we select like our top 5, we call them in, interview them, and then if we select now our last 2, after the last 2 we select the one. And then when we get the one now, we're doing our reference checks to make sure that that's the one. If it works out, the person then comes on board. If it doesn't, we go to our second person. We do the reference check for them, and then we hopefully get the right people on the team.
Okay.
Yeah.
So how many team members do you have so far?
So far, we have 2 team members, which is my marketing specialist and my administrative assistant. We're currently looking for some contractors, right? So like I said, I'm a one-woman show right now. So everywhere people need me, I'm the one who's showing face. When it comes to training, I'm the one who does all of the training. So currently we're looking for presenters, folks who I can send out to these different businesses to be able to train different staff at the different organizations around Liberia.
Okay. So do you mentor young people?
My plan is, while I'm here, is to actually get at least 2 people to mentor. We're looking for folks who are trying to do internships where they can work underneath me, learn more about running a business, learn more about customer service and professional development, and then also to help them do public speaking. So that's another thing that I'm trying to get 2 folks underneath me to be able to mentor them on those different skills.
All right. And second to the last question.
Yes.
Where do you see your company and yourself, your impact, where do you see it in the next 5 years?
Oh goodness. Where do I see CALI in the next 5 years? I see CALI as a huge institution where we're training people in trade, right? I think in Liberia, we feel like if you don't have a college degree, you are not successful. And so I would like to create this institution where we're training people on how to become administrative professionals, training them on different type of skill sets that they can use, different types of, different type of professions other than just the accounting, the nursing, the lawyer, right? Because not everybody is fit to go to school. Not everybody has the funds. So if you come to CALI, you'll be able to then learn a trade that can get you by. A trade that you can hopefully in the future turn into a business. So for CALI, I see it as a huge institution here in Liberia, run and owned by a woman, a Liberian woman, strong Liberian woman, and just being a role model to those other young ladies here in Liberia who feel like all they have is to go to the market, or all they have is to be a wife or a mother, where, just to show them like there's more to you than just that. You're valuable. As a woman, we're very valuable. And so that's the goal. The goal is to create CALI to be a bigger institution for trade and to motivate other young ladies that if I can do it, you can do it too.
We'll be right back after this short break. Don't go anywhere. You know how we do it? YeahNah.
It's KLW Entertainment and Hot Beat Records. Music for the future.
Infectious.
KC, JB, let's go. Now who say? Tell me now who say? Now you will never be nobody. You will always be a backup. Tell them, say it I wanna lie. Now Nito it won't you. Now Coco it won't eat. Now feeding it will hurt. Tell them the devil is a liar. That's why he's burning you to fire. I said now who say? Tell me now who say? Now my pimpin' boys are bad boys. All my YeahNah boys are Bible studying. Say that one out loud. When I need it won't you. Now cocoa it won't eat. Now feeding it won't hurt. Telling the devil is a liar. That's why he's burning it to fire. Oh, 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 oh. Now who say? Tell me now who say? Now if he's selling it on my game, you will never be nobody. Tell them. Say that one out loud. When I need it won't you. Now cocoa it won't eat. Now feeding it won't hurt. Telling the devil is a liar.
Capital J to the capital B, the general J.
Welcome back. I am Elaine, still here at CALI head office in Monrovia, Liberia. Okay, still here at CALI. I am still speaking with someone right here. He's one of the trainees who received training from CALI. How are you, Muna?
I'm good, and you?
I'm okay. Can you just introduce yourself?
The name is Munaki Baoba, and I live on the community.
Okay, and where do you currently work?
I work with the Transition Holdings, comprised of Arthur, Techno, and Infinix.
Oh, okay. And you are someone who received training from CALI.
Yeah.
How has it impacted your way of working?
Thank you. You know, firstly, I came across the CALI Institute through one of my colleagues by the name of Julius, and that was somebody last year around October when he invited me to the group. And then I decided to take advantage of it, and he told me about the training that was to be here on January of this year, which is the 13th.
Okay.
And we had that training at the PA Rehab around FE.
Okay.
Actually, for the training, it was very nice. And for me, actually, since I was born or I've been in schooling, I'm not come across customer service. So I felt that it was not very important at that time. But when I started under Madam Georgia, I truly realized the importance of customer service. And from there, I decided to develop and to be more interested in helping people to spread her message.
Okay, and what have you seen that is like that has noticeably improved since you acquired training from CALI?
Firstly, it makes me to understand the first important about customer before they come into your service or into your agency or business area. And then it makes me to also share the knowledge to other people. That is, today I'm more persistent in convincing people. If a customer enters my area today, I'm 100% sure that I can overcome you because of that training. So it's a plus for me.
All right. So let's just say a customer walks in. The first thing you do, what do you do when you see a customer?
For us, the first thing when a customer enters our area, we greet them with a smile because it tells them that we are welcoming, and then we interview them like, oh, sir, how do you do? Can I help you? What do you want? You know, all of those terminology, but we do it in a profound way, and we do it with a smile to make them feel relaxed.
Okay. And seeing that customer service here is a big issue, a lot of people don't really, have that experience and all that. What can you tell people who think that it's not important? Like you said from the beginning, you really didn't see the importance.
Oh yes, in Liberia, most of us we don't value certain things because we are not being into it or we are not being educated to it. But I do believe that customer service is important, and we as Liberians need to put hands together to enable most of our people that are engaged in the business and working offices to get training for customer service. Because more business areas collapse because of the lack of customer service. So I do believe if we can run out this training to all of the Liberians, even now over at least 90% of the Liberians, I think more people will be able to manage their self-business beside the job area.
Okay. And any final thing you can say to anyone?
For now, I think what we can say is to recommend this institution, that is the CALI Administrative Institution, so that most young people can come out of business to, come forward and let them be nurtured. Let our CEO, that is the Georgia, Madam Georgia, now to train them in terms of the customer service. And I believe if more people can work with her, I believe the knowledge and the measure for customer service spread to the nation.
All right, so let's say on a scale from 1 to 10, how has this impacted your development?
Actually, it's somewhere around 10%.
Wow.
To be frank.
Wow, hats off. All right,
Yeah.
thank you very much. It was
Thank
nice
you.
having a chat with you and getting to know what you experienced and how it has impacted you. Thank you so much.
Sure, it's a pleasure.
All right, it's awesome.
Yes.
All right, any final words that you'd like to tell us?
Final words would be, honestly, thank you all for giving me this platform, number one. And number two, I want for that young lady in Liberia who is watching this video today to understand that the sky is the limit. You can do anything you put your mind to. Whatever dream you have, as long as you stay motivated, you're determined, it can be done. Don't allow society, don't allow, family, friends, or even your spouse to tell you that you can't live out your dream. The youths here of Liberia, we are the future. You all are very smart, you're creative, you're innovative. So use those resources, use what you have learned to help change your country, because y'all are the future. You are the ones who determine how this country will be in the coming years. So if you got an idea, if you have a dream, start implementing it. Think about tomorrow and not just today. And that is my message.
Powerful. So I am so privileged and honored to
Yeah.
be sitting here and interviewing you. I am so glad
thank
for this
you.
opportunity.
Yes.
Thank you so much. And yes, you're a great speaker and great talker.
Sometimes I talk too much.
I think I saw her from that too. But it's also really good.
Yeah.
It was really good company. I'm
Thank you.
grateful. Thank you very much.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you.
All right. That's all for today, and it was such an honor and so wonderful having someone who talks just like me.
Or even more.
Yeah, more. So just keep your eyes open for more content. The Liberian Heritage Society. YeahNah, you know how we do it, and this is how we say bye. You want to say the YeahNah too?
YeahNah.